जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। बहुत सुंदर। अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। यं प्राव्रजन्तमनुपेत्यमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया जुहावस् पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुस् तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। तवेवास्मि न जीवामि तया विना इति विज्ञाय देवि त्वं नयमं चरणन्तिके। श्यामसुन्दर श्रीकान्तशेखर स्मेरहास मुरली मनोहर राधिकरसिकमङ्गनिधि स्वप्रिया चरण किंकरिं कुरु। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य दयाल प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। बोलो श्री गुरु जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री प्रभुपाद की, समस्त रूपानुगौर्य गुरु वर्ग की, सपर्षद श्री प्रभुपाद की, गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की, श्री हरि मुसलैदा की, श्री राधा माधव जू की, गिरिराज धरन की जय, गिरिराज महाराज की जय। जय श्री राधे राधे श्याम। हरे कृष्ण। लग रहे हिंदी में बात करें। चलो, जिस स्थान में है उसके भाषा में रहना चाहिए। Today we are celebrating Appearance Day of Lord Nityananda. Who is Lord Nityananda? To understand this, we'll go back to the origin, the root of our Shastra, Chatusloki Bhagavat. Bhagavan Krishna told Lord Brahma, after he had performed penance for 1,000 celestial years, the Lord gave his darshan, Hat Milaya, Karas Prisan, Bhagavatam says, grasped his hand, showed him his Vaikuntha Dham, and gave him a boon. What do you wish? Brahma asked, please, tell me about who you are. What is your nature? What is your form? In this world you take on form, but you have transcendental form. Nirgun, aprakrita deha. Tell me about that. Bhagavan said, Aham evasam evagre nanyatyat sarasat param pascharaham yade tachcha yo vashisyeta sosmyaham. Whatever you see comes from me. I was there before all of existence, and I will remain after everything all disappears. Ritayartam yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani tad vidyadatmano mayam yata basho yata tamaha. Whatever you see in this world that you think has value, if it is separate from me, know that to be Maya. Yata basho yata tama. Like a reflection of the reality. Yata basho yata tama. In this life, anything that we have that draws us away from Krishna, from Bhagavan, that is Maya. And that Maya is only illusion, because in reality, nothing is separate from him. Yata mahanti bhutani bhutesu chavachesvanu pravishtanya pravishtani tatateshu nateshvaham. Everything is within me, and I am within everything. And yet, I am beyond it all. I am not touched by anything. Mata parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, everything rests upon me like pearls strung upon a thread. Nothing is separate from me. And yet, the jiva has turned away from me, Bahiramukh, since time immemorial. That is Maya. We think this is valuable, that is valuable, but if it's separate from Krishna, then it has no value. That is Maya. So therefore we worship Sri Vigraha, Thakurji. Therefore we chant Kirtan. Therefore we offer bhog and take prasad. Then everything becomes Krishna-moy. And everything becomes spiritual. Jedina grihe bhajana deki grihe te golokavai. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Saptam Goswami, he said, in a home where I see Thakurji Seva, that place is equal to Vaikuntha. Why? Even though we may not perceive that reality, wherever Bhagavan is present, his Dham is present. Aprakritaliya kone gora rai, kono kono bhagyavan deki varapai. Krishna Leela is going on to this day. Like if you go to Vrindavan, Seva Kunj, at night time they close it off because Ras Leela is going on. And if anyone by chance enters, they become mad. Why? Krishna Leela is going on. Only fortunate souls who are qualified can see. So Thakurji is here. We should not think Thakurji is ordinary. Shakshat Hari. Sastra says, how can we see Krishna? Brahma Samhita. Yang Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunasvarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship that Govinda, the primeval Lord. Those who are atheists cannot see him because they have no love. So he is hidden from them, Achintya. But his Guna Swarupa, oh, Yang Shama Sundaram, very beautiful. How do we see that form of the Lord? Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti. The sadhus always perceive that abode because of their love. Prem Anjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti. Yang Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. We worship that Govinda. He is always here. He is not just made of any substance of this world. God is everywhere. God is in your heart, but that doesn't mean he's not in your hand, in your feet. Everywhere is Bhagavan. Pravishtanya pravishtani. Krishna told Brahma, I am within every atom, Paramatma. But you think everything is separate from me, therefore you are in Maya. Se sambandha nahi jar, britta janma gelo tar. Lord Nityananda, we pray to him. That which has no relation with Nitya, Satya, truth, then our life passes in vain. Se sambandha nahi jar, britta janma gelo tar. It means our life passes in vain. Therefore, Nitayed charana satya tahara sevaka nitya. We meditate on the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. He is Nitya Ananda. So Bhagavan appears in many forms. Das Avatar, we heard bhajan of the Das Avatar. We hear about them in Srimad Bhagavatam. But Avatari, Keshav, Keshavadrita, Kurma Sarira, Keshavadrita, Varaha Rupa, Keshavadrita, Narasingha Rupa, Keshavadrita, Haladara Rupa. This is all Krishna. Ekam Dvitiya Nasti, Advaya Gyan Paratattva. He is one. Krishna is one, but he appears in two forms. Krishna, Baladev. And who else? Swaminiji, Kishori Radharani. They are the eternal truth. Shakti, Shaktimator. Bhagavan, Krishna, and Radha, you cannot divide. Our Sastra says, if you try to understand God without understanding Shakti, it's like trying to approach the sun without the rays of the sun. I don't accept the sunlight, I accept the sun alone. Foolishness. The sunlight, the rays, the heat, that is Shakti, Shrimati Ji. And the sun is Krishna. So how can we take them apart? This is arrogance. Anadar. Kurosai Abhimani, arrogant person, thinks no Radha. So Balaram and Krishna are one. Krishna is Sham Varna, Balaram is Sveta Varna. Balaram is Barabai, big brother. Krishna is Chotabai, small brother. Ramji is Barabai, Lakshmanji is Chotabai. Ram is big brother. Lakshman is younger brother. But Lakshman is Balaram. So they are both one. Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Satru. Four brothers, there are four Vedas. Incarnation, Rig, Yajur, Sama, Atharva, Veda. But four Vedas is one Veda. So they are one. Mahaprabhu is Panchatattva, but Panchatattva is one Tattva. First verse of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Vande Guru Nishan Bhaktam Isham Ishavatarakam Tat Prakasham Tatak Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangikam. Bhagavan appears in 6 forms as Guru. Vande Gurun, Diksha Shiksha Guru. Isha Bhaktan, the Lord, his devotees. Ishang Ishamataram Tarakam. Tat Prakasham Tat Shakti, and his Shakti Garadhar Pandit. Avatar Advaita Acharya. And Prakash, Lord Nityananda. Srivas and all the bhaktas. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he is non-different from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Balaram. From him we hear all the different avatars. Karunadakshay, Karabadakshay, Shiradakshay, Anantashesh. Everything comes from Sri Balaram. And Lord Nityananda is Rohini Nandana Balarama Nityananda. Brajendra Nandana je Sachi Suta Hoilo se Balaram Hoilo Nitai Balaram Hoilo Nitai. Balaram Rohini Nandana Balaram Nityananda. Kaliyug Karite Danya Avatirna Sri Chaitanya. In Kaliyug, Krishna Balaram appeared in this very sweet and merciful incarnation of Nityananda. We need Bhagavad Shaptaha to understand properly Gaur Nityananda. Not 1 hour, 6 hours for 7 days, 42 hours. Then we can touch on Gaur Tattva, Nityananda Tattva. So we need to have Gaur Nityananda Shaptaha. Krishna Balaram Saptaha. Okay, you ready? nice kirtan, nice katha. 30-40 minutes katha is it's like in first page of a book. How much can you say? So we'll have to do more programs. More katha. Bhagavad Gita, Chatusloki. What does they say? Maj chitta mad kata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantaschamam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. What is the behavior of sadhus, devotees, bhaktas? Maj chitta mad kata prana. They are always thinking of Krishna. Their hearts are for Krishna. Bodhayanta parasparam. And they like to talk about Krishna. Katayantas shamam nityam. They always like to talk about Krishna. And in this, atmaram aptakam. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. They are happy and they are satisfied. Shant. Krishna says in Gita, ashantasya kuta sukham. Without shanti, there's no happiness. So where does shanti come from? Shanti comes from prem, Bhagavan. When you make your sambandha, your relation with Bhagavan Krishna, then param shanti. In the Vedas they say, sarva sukhinu bhavantu. Everyone should be happy. But how will you be happy when you're absorbed in the mirage, like attachments of material life? I want to be happy. I'm in a desert, chasing after water, but it's a mirage. So therefore we should go to Param Satya, the Supreme Absolute Truth, Sri Krishna. So Nitai, he appeared in the family of Harai Pandit Padmavati Devi, Ek Chakra Dham. Harai Pandit is the incarnation of Maharaj Dasarath and Vasudev. And Padmavati Devi is incarnation of Sumitra, mother of Lakshman, and Rohini, mother of Balaram. When Nityananda was a young boy, he was always absorbed in Krishna. And he performed this Pastimes drama of Krishna. Since he was a little boy, he would perform Ram Leela, Lakshman Leela. One time he was doing this Leela of Indrajit in the battle of Lanka. And Indrajit, one boy playing the role, shot an arrow, like a flower arrow. It pierced Nityananda and he fell as if dead. No one could wake him up. And everyone began to lament, oh, Nitai, he's died. Nitai died. So one wise person came after some time. Did he give any instructions when you're doing a drama in a role? And one boy said, oh, I forgot, I'm supposed to be Hanuman, bringing Mrityu Sanjeevani and giving him the ointment. So he brought it, went to some area, collected some herbs, pasted it, churan banaya, made some churan and gave it. Bas, chak gaya. Nityananda got up. Well, Nityananda Prabhu ki. This Nityananda is Lakshman. He was so absorbed in the mood of Ram and Lakshman that he played this pastime. You heard this story. Sometimes he played the pastime of Vamandev. Sometimes Krishna's different pastimes like Kaliya. So Nityananda is Guru. Balaram is Guru. Ashraya Bhagavan, Vishaya Bhagavan. Vishaya Bhagavan means Krishna, the object of worship. And Ashraya Bhagavan means the shelter, who teaches us how to love Krishna, worship Krishna. So Balaram is root of all Guru. And Nityananda is the root of all Gurus. So therefore, we first take shelter of Nityananda or Balaram. Then we can approach Krishna or Mahaprabhu. When Nityananda was a young boy, 10 or so years old, a sannyasi came to the house of Harai Pandit Padmavati Devi, and all night they spoke katha, very nice katha. In the morning time, what does a sannyasi do? Bhiksham Dehi, Bhiksham Dehi. If someone comes and says Bhiksham Dehi, oh, be very careful. Sabdan. Sadhus, they like to ask alms. But you should be careful. Rice, dal, okay, no problem. But if they say, give me something, I'll ask for something. So he said, I want to ask you for something. Yes, I'll give. You promise, whatever I ask for, you'll give. Never sign a blank check. Never sign a blank check, right? First say, what do you want? Then I'll consider if I can give it or not. So he said, promise you'll give. He said, whatever I have in my power, I'll give. Give me your son. So you can imagine, this is Balaram, Nityananda, and the parents have so much love. This was like a thunderbolt striking their heart. Alas, alas. He was thinking like Dasarath, lost Ram Lakshman, gave up his life. He is avatar of Dasarath. But Raghukulerita Shada Chalayai Prana Jai Bharat Vachana na Jai Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Oh, Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Oh, Raghukulerita Shada Chalayai Prana Jai Bharat Vachana na Jai. Bolo Ram Siya This is the vow of all those who are righteous. I will give up my life, but I will not give up my vachan, my word. So he said, yes, you can go. So Nityananda, you can imagine someone says, like I were to come, oh, very nice program, Bhiksham Dehi, Bhiksham Dehi. Will you give? If I say Bhiksham Dehi, you'll give. Anything I ask. Anything. And I say, oh, give Balaram. Will you give? Good. Good. No need to give. When, it's very dangerous. Take rice, take dal, no problem, but don't take my heart. You want to cut out my heart and kill me, then okay. But you can say, oh, if you want Balaram, first take a knife and cut out my heart. Then afterwards I'm dead, no problem, you take. Pran jai, Varavachanana jai. So the sannyasi took Nityananda and went on pilgrimage. He said, I am going on pilgrimage all over India. So I need an assistant, brahmachari. So Nityananda was very happy. The parents very sad. Like when Krishna wanted to go grazing the cows, Mother Yashoda was so attached. She thought if Krishna goes, oh, already so many demons come. Putana, Trinavarta, Vatsasu, so many different demons who, so many different, Sakatasur, all before Krishna went. So Mother Yashoda, motherly love, they never want to see the child go even a little bit away. Anyone who has a son or a daughter, oh, let them always be with me. But Nityananda is thinking, Lord, let me go, I want to play. Nityananda was thinking, I am Balaram, where is Kanai? Where is my Krishna? He is not in Ek Chakra, so I have to go find him. He was 10 years old, so he started pilgrimage. When he was like 12, Mahaprabhu was born in Mayapur. Mahaprabhu is Krishna. So when Mahaprabhu was born, Nityananda went like pagal, mad. He became avadut, madman. In ecstasy, looking. It was like he was, half of a magnet. And the other half was somewhere drawing him, pulling him. Gornitai. So he was searching. He went all over India. And he followed this sannyasi for approximately 20 years. He met Madhavendra Puri, took initiation from Lakshmipati Tirtha in the Madhva Sampradaya, and he did pilgrimage in this way. He came to Vrindavan when he was like almost 30. And he was going everywhere, following the cowherders. Where is Kanai? Where is Kanaya? Kaha Kanaya? Nai. Not here, not here. Now Krishna is Nadia. Brajendra Nandana je sachi suta hoilo se Balaram hoilo nitai. Dina hina jata chiro harinam udharilo. Tar shakshi jagaye madai. Brajendra Nandana je, where's that Brajendra Nandan? Sachi suta hoilo se. Go find Sachi Mata. He's there. You are Balaram. O nitai. Now he has come to perform what lila? E mondayal to naire, marke prem de, doyal to naire, marke prem de, doyal nitai chaitanya bole, nachre amar maan, doyal nitai chaitanya bole, nachre amar maan, oh nachre amar maan, nachre amar maan, nachre amar maan, doyal nitai chaitanya bole, nachre amar maan, doyal nitai chaitanya bole, nachre amar maan, e mondayal to naire, e mondayal to naire, o marge prem de, doyal to naire, marge prem de, doyal, oh doyal nitai chaitanya bole, nachre amar maan, doyal nitai chaitanya bole, nachre amar maan. Dina hina jata chilo harinama udharilo. Now Krishna Balaram have come to deliver everyone through Harinam. That's why Gaurnitai are who? Sankirtanai Kapitaro. They are the fathers of the Sankirtan movement. Sankirtanai Kapitaro. Krishna Balaram, they are Lila. Lila Avatar. Performing transcendental pastimes. Lila Purushottama. Gaurnitai, Prem Purushottama. How are they giving this Prem? Prem Nam Sankirtana. Mahaprabhu said, Prema dhana vina vyarta daritra jivan, das kori betana more, deha prema dhan. Without Prem, my life is void. Without love, my life is useless. Please give me this wealth of Prem. Make me your servant. So how do we get this Prem? Nityananda says, Ek baar dekh le chokke jal, god bole nitai den shokale shambal. If I see you once, weep a tear, chanting the names of Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari. I'll give you all power and I'll give you this Prem. So Nityananda Prabhu, he quickly went to Navadvip. Oh, my Kanai is there in Navadvip, Nadia, Sachi Sutta. So he went to Navadvip, but he hid. He thought Nimai should come to me. So Nimai said, oh, one great personality has come. All devotees, go and find. Now he is Babuk Nimai. Before he was in his Pandit Lila. But he went to Gaya and took Diksha, Gopal Mantra. Kiva Mantra dile, Kiva Tara Fal, Japite Japite, Manira Pagal. Mahaprabhu took mantra and he said, O Goshai, Guruji, what mantra have you given me? Chanting and chanting this mantra, I've become mad. So he came back and everyone thought Nimai is gone mad, Pagal. Always Hari, Hari, Hari. They think it's like a ghost has caught you. If someone you imagine in a house and someone just chants Hari, 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 day and night, they think they've become possessed by a ghost. Nimai has become mad. And then he met Nitai, oh, fully mad. Fully mad. Mahaprabhu went, he sent all the devotees to find, then he went and he found him at the home of the devotee and embraced him. Running, and they met each other, and like Krishna Balaram have met after a very long time. And the devotee said, look, it is like Krishna Balaram, the two brothers. So this is beginning of Gaurnitai's pastimes in Nadia, Navadvip. From there, so many sweet pastimes. Mahaprabhu told Nityananda, you should stay at the home of Srivas and Malini Devi. They'll be like your father and mother. Before, during Sankirtan, their young boy had passed away. So he said, Nitai will be your son. Nitai was elder, like 32, and Mahaprabhu 20. But Nitai was like baby. Very simple. Sometimes he would take his lower cloth and make a turban and walk around like Naga. Mahaprabhu would find him and quickly cover his cloth with his own cloth. One time he was at the home of Sachimata and he was arguing with her Krishna Balaram. You heard the story? Saying, now it's my time. I am Krishna Balaram. We are Krishna Balaram. And they were eating the offering. And Sachimata was looking, what is this? So therefore we should think, Gaurnitai, Krishna Balaram, same. We are worshipping Krishna Balaram, we are worshipping Gaurnitai, same. Only Krishna Balaram is Gaurnitai Bhakta mood. And so they're telling us, worship ultimately Krishna Balaram. Mahaprabhu said, O Nitai, go and preach. So Nityananda Prabhu began to preach. Suno suno Nityananda, suno Haridas, Amaragya koro sarvatra prakash. Gare gare jao mange bhiksha, bolo Krishna, vaja Krishna, koro Krishna shiksha. O Nitai, go house to house. Preach to everyone about Krishna. Tell everyone, chant Krishna's names. Speak about Krishna. Listen about Krishna. Worship Krishna. This will make your life sublime. So Nityananda went, and what did he do? Bolo bhaja gauranga kaha gauranga loho gauranga namare je jana gauranga bhaje se hoya amar prane bolo bhaja gauranga kaha gauranga loho said, worship Gauranga, chant Gauranga's names. Kaha Gauranga, Loho Gauranga Namare. Jai Jana Gauranga Bhaje, that person who worships my Gauranga, say Amar Pranare, they are my life. Therefore, there's a beautiful song. Bolo Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Rai, Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Rai, Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Rai, Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare, Adhama Patita Jivir Dware Dware Giya, Harinama Mahamantra Diche Nabhinaya, Harinama Mahamantra Diche Nabhinaya, Dhare Deke Tare Kahe Dante Trina Dhori, Dhare Deke Tare Kahe Dante Trina Dhori, Amare Kiniya Loho Bolo Gora Hari, Amare Kiniya Loho Bolo Gora Hari, Amare Kiniya Loho Bolo Gora Hari. Nityananda went everywhere and said, you can purchase me by once chanting Gaur Hari. Bolo Gaura Hari, Hari Bolo Gaura Hari, Hari Bolo Sachinandan Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, Sai Gaura Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo. Ito boli Nityananda Bhume Gari Jai, Ito boli Nityananda Bhume Gari Jai, Sonara Parvata Jena Dhulate Lotai, Sonara Parvata Jena Dhulate Lotai, Dhulate Lotai Re, Dhulate Lotai Re, Dhulate Lotai Re, O Sonara Parvata Jena Dhulate Lotai, Heno Yavatare Kararati Najani, Lochan Bole Se Papi Elo Yaro Kelo, Lochan Bole Se Papi Elo Yaro Kelo. Lord Nityananda Prabhu ki. Lord Nityananda went everywhere and said, you can purchase me by once chanting Gaur Hari. I'll offer myself to you. I'll become your servant. He went to the homes of the most fallen. Adama Patita Jiver, Jagai Madai, Papi Chilo. Jagai Madai were such great papis. No sin was there they had not done. But Nityananda went there. Haridas Thakur said, no, you should go to good people, upper class. But he said, no, let's go to the drunkards. Haridas Thakur went and complained to Advaita Acharya. Nityananda is taking me to the drunkards and sinners. He said, yes. Nitai is a drunkard. They're drunkards. Gauranga is a drunkard. Tomorrow you'll see them all drunk in the street. And so therefore, the next day, Haridas Thakur went for preaching, like book distribution, right? Traveling preaching. Every day Mahaprabhu gave him the order, Haridas and Nityananda go out together. So Haridas, they went 2 times to Jagai Madai, and Jagai Madai chased them. And Haridas is thinking, every day we go to the same place and they're about to kill us, and we run away. Oh, Advaitacharya, what to do? He said, tomorrow you'll see. They'll all be drunk in the street together. So he went to Jagai Madai. He went to Nityananda. He said, where should we go today? We'll go to Jagai Madai. Number 1, Gunda. If we can save them, then everyone else will be easy. People think, oh, let me go to the best person. Help them. Hospital is for those who are patients, not for those who are cured. Right? Oh, hospital. Don't allow any patients in the hospital. Only people who are healthy. What's the point of the hospital? So those who are preaching, you go to preach those who need the help. So, Adama Patita Jiver Dware Dware Giya, Harina Mahamantra Dich and Delight. He went to the lowest of the low. So he went to Jagai Madai. Madai they threw a clay pot. Nityananda was bleeding from his forehead. And the devotees went and told Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu ran there and he became very angry. And he invoked Sudarshan Chakra. And he was about to kill Jagai Madai. And Nityananda held his hand. No. In this incarnation, you promise not to harm anyone. Marke, even if they attack you, prem day, you give them prem. Change the jivas. To kill is easy. Sacrifice, easy. And Bhagavan in many avatars kills and gives mukti. Any demon is killed, mukti, bas. But prem, braj, bas. Mukti is easy, but like Madhya Yashoda, like the Brajabasi going there, prem, achieving that Siddha Deha is not so easy. So he said, in this incarnation, promise not to kill anyone. So therefore, he said, okay. Then Jagai Madai, they begged forgiveness from Nityananda and they achieved prem. So this is a few of the pastimes of Nityananda. What time now? 10-15 minutes more? More? Jagai Madai pastime finished. Okay, next pastime. Nityananda Prabhu, when Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he went with Mahaprabhu to Jagannath Puri. On the way, he broke Mahaprabhu's danda into 3 pieces. Mahaprabhu was very angry. Mahaprabhu went to bathe. He came back, where's my danda? Where's my danda? For sannyasi, danda is like the only thing they have left. And it's Narayan Swarup. Sannyasi's danda is Narayan Swarup. Nityananda, when Mahaprabhu was breaking, when he was bathing, he broke it in 3 pieces. And Mahaprabhu said, where's my danda? He said, oh, you must have fallen on it, tripped and broken it yourself. Don't ask me. Nityananda broke it and didn't want to ask anything. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita says, those who can understand this lila, they can understand everything. Why did Nityananda break it? He is Bhagavan. If he takes sannyas, then where will we all be? If Bhagavan takes sannyas, then what is left for us? No. Therefore we worship Gauranga. No sannyasi. Nimai. Nimai is good. Hair, beautiful, Vishnu Priya, Lakshmi Priya, Sachimata, Navadvipasis, this is good. Sannyas Niloke, Sri Krishna Chaitanya is good for sadhana, for sadhakas. But how do we worship him? We worship as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Grihastha Lila, good. Ram, Krishna, Mahaprabhu, Grihastha Lila, good. Sannyas Lila, oh, very dangerous. Gopis are sannyasis. Why? Gopi Geet 16. Pati Sutanvaya Bratri Bandhavan Ati Vilangyate Antyachutagata Gati virastavod kita mohita kita vayoshita skastya jannishi. Why did Mahaprabhu take sannyas? He said, Mukunda sevan brata koilen nirdharan. I am taking sannyas only for one thing, Krishna seva. I'll give up everything else and worship Krishna. That is the example of the gopis. Pati sutanvaya bratri bandivan ativilangyate antyachita gata gati vidastavod kita mohita kita vayoshita kastya jannasi. They give up everything, family, everything, just for Krishna. But if Krishna gives up everything, Krishna says, Napari ham niravadya samyujam. Oh gopis, I cannot repay you. You can give up everything, but if I give up everything, how can I give up my Brajbasis? How can I give up my Gwala, my Gomata? I cannot give it up. Therefore, I offer pranam to you. Namaste. You are exalted. Sadhu Kritya. You are sadhu. You are sannyasi. So Nityananda didn't like, oh, no need this danda. Then they went to Puri. After some time, Mahaprabhu, Nityananda knew, if he's like this, he'll also send me away. So Mahaprabhu said, you should go back and preach. Nityananda's thinking, after so long I met you, and now you're sending me away to preach. Krishna, Balaram never likes to be separate from Krishna. When Krishna, Balaram left Vrindavan, went to Mathura. After they killed Kamsa, they wanted them to stay in Mathura, the Jadavas. And Nanda Baba, Brajavasis wanted them to come back to Vrindavan. So they were arguing. And some said, okay, Balaram can stay, Krishna will come back. Compromise. He is Vasudeva Rohini's son. Krishna is Nanda Jashoda. But they said, no, Krishna is Devaki Vasudeva. So they're like, tug of war. They said, okay, half-half. Balaram, Krishna. They said, not possible. Where Krishna is present, I will be present. So therefore, Nityananda was thinking, Mahaprabhu is sending me away. I just met him. Only a few years, 4 or 5 years, and then sannyas lila, now he's sending me to preach. But okay, Mahaprabhu is very strong. You must go. We are not coming here just to play. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata bhutanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. We are not coming to this world just to play, have fun. Dharma samstapanartaya. They are coming to establish dharma. Therefore, you must go. So Nityananda Prabhu left. Only for Rath Yatra and Chaturmasya they would come to Puri. 8 months a year preaching. I remember I stayed 16 years in Vrindavan serving in the temples, and then they said go. Oh no. They said okay, no problem. 6 months there, 6 months here. 6 months Vrindavan, 6 months New York. Okay, compromise. And then when we got here, 9 months New York, 3 months Vrindavan. Oh. And then 9 months, okay, time to go to Vrindavan. No. 12 months New York, 0 months Vrindavan. Okay, I said, all right, I'll fight also. Guruji. Guru Agya Vicharaniya. Shastra says, don't argue with Guru. Guru Agya Vicharaniya. So Guru may be like Narad Rishi, tricky. Chapal. Krishna Bhakta. Krishna Bhakta is tere. Crooked like Krishna. Like Jamuna. But no problem. But we pray, we can pray, you know. Nityananda went back and met with Mahaprabhu and then left. Then went back and left. So now we have devotees in our ashram. 6 devotees going to Vrindavan. But I'm not going. 2 years. Longest I've been away from Vrindavan since I was 9 years old. Since I was 9, every year I went to Kartik Parikrama, 1 month. Or Navadvip Parikrama. Since I was 9, and now first time, almost 2 years, not in Vrindavan. Oh, very difficult. So Nityananda went and preached. When he was in Navadvip, I'll tell 2-3 more stories and then Haribol. One nice boy, Raghunath, he wanted to be with Mahaprabhu. Raghunath, who is he? Rati. We have our Thakurji there. I'll show Mahantaji also. You saw our deities. Very beautiful. We have Radha Ramanji and Lalita Vishaka, Rupa Rati. I'll show you afterwards in our ashram. So, Raghunath wanted to be with Mahaprabhu, but his parents wanted him to stay home. His parents gave him in marriage to a beautiful lady. Guruji would say she was like Miss Universe. Beautiful young boy, and he was married to Miss Universe. But he wanted to be Tyagi. So they say if Tyag, renunciation, has come in your heart, nothing can hold that back. He kept running away from home, and the family was very wealthy, so they would send their servants, they would bring him home, bring him back. And he would run away again, they would bring him back, he'd run away again, bring him back. So they thought what to do. The mother said, let's at nighttime tie him to the bed with chains. The father said, dear wife, if the most beautiful woman in the world cannot tie this young man at home, what will chains do? Most beautiful woman, wealth of a king. But still, he has desire for Bhagavan, Krishna Prem. What can hold that back? The gopis, some husbands tried to hold them at home. What did they do? Sharir chhod diya. Gave up this body, and immediately they met Krishna first before other gopis. When Krishna was playing flute under the banyan tree, Shringar Bhat, Bangsi Bhat, all the gopis left. Some gopis were making roti. Some gopis were milking cows. Some gopis were nursing. Some gopis were feeding their husbands, this or that. They all ran away immediately to the forest to Krishna. Why? To serve Krishna. Not for sense enjoyment. Na jani apna dukh, na jani apne sukh, sabhi vancha tar sukh amar tat padya. More jadi dile dukh, tar moy mahasukh, say dukh mora sukh varya. The gopis, they only know Krishna's happiness. If Krishna is happy causing me suffering, that suffering is my greatest happiness. This is the mode of Brajavasis, gopis. But some gopis, they were held back by their family. They gave up their body and first arrived at Krishna in their spiritual body. So Raghunath, they were trying to hold him back. He's also Brajadevi, Rati Manjari. Holding him back. How long are you going to hold back the awakening of divine love? How long are you going to hold back the awakening of prem? Don't hold it back. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dina Bandhu Jagatpate, Gopesha, Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta Namostate. All of our lives is passing like a dream. Gelo Jaridas, Nasibeyar, Eve Krishna ki upai. Every day that passes will not return. Kamala Dhala Jala, Jivana Dhalamala. This life is like a drop of water hanging on the tip of a lotus petal. When it will fall off, there's no guarantee. Therefore, bhajahu hari padaniti re. Shravana kirtanam padasevanam. Shravana kirtanam smarana bandhanam padasevanam dasyate. Worship Shri Krishna, Navada Bhakti. So Raghunath was going, but he could not escape. So what did he do? Haribo. Radha Prabhu ki. Raghunath Das Goswami, he took shelter of Lord Nityananda. Haribo, Kardama Guti. Just finishing and ready for Kirtan. Raghunath took shelter of Nityananda and made a big feast. And he fed all thousands and thousands and thousands of devotees, he fed. It's called Dahi Chirva Mahotsava. Very nice festival. So Raghunath fed 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 devotees. And first he gave Nityananda, and Nityananda first gave Mahaprabhu. He made a plate for Mahaprabhu and offered Mahaprabhu Bhoga, and Mahaprabhu appeared. So even though we may be far from Guru and Krishna, they are not far from us. Right? Understand the story? Nityananda was in Bengal, Mahaprabhu was in Puri. And Raghunath was trying to go to Mahaprabhu in Puri, but he couldn't get there. So he went to Nityananda and offered him Bhoga and served him. Nityananda Prabhu, he gave that to Mahaprabhu. And by their happiness, Haribo. When Lord Nityananda is pleased, Guru is pleased, then Bhagavan Prapt is asan. When Guru is happy, Krishna is happy. Harao ruste Guru trata, Gurao ruste na kaschana. Tasmat sarva prayatna Guru eva prasadayat. Harao ruste, if Hari is unhappy with you, Krishna is mad at you, but Guru is pleased, no problem. Guru will save you. But if Guru is displeased, who will save you? So you please Nityananda, then you will automatically please Gauranga. So therefore Raghunath served Nityananda, and Nityananda showed that Mahaprabhu is always with him. So that's why I said, you may be far externally from Guru and Krishna, but they are always with you. If you are with them, they are with you. Even if you are not with them, they are with you. Krishna tomar hoy jadi boli ek baar, maya banda hoite Krishna tare kare paar. It's one nice verse. Krishna tomar hoy jadi bole ek baar, maya banda hoite Krishna tare kare paar. If one time we call out Krishna, main aapka hoon, I am yours, then he will take us across Maya. But it must be sincere. So Krishna is always with us. Krishna says, I am always with you. Whatever you see, I am there. But if you don't see me, that means you're in Maya. If you don't see me everywhere, that means you're in Maya. Sarva bhuteshu yapashyat bhagavat bhavamatmana bhutani bhagavatyaatmanesha sa bhagavat uttama. The pure devotee sees Bhagavan everywhere. Within everything, and he sees everyone has love for God. So Nityananda Mahaprabhu is there, and he gave this offering to Mahaprabhu, and by this blessing, and by serving the devotees, Raghunath very quickly achieved the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu. Next time, when he got an opportunity, he left, he escaped, and very quickly he went to the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Prabhu ki. This is the mercy of Nityananda. There's so many beautiful pastimes of Nityananda, as I said before. Haryananta Harikatananta Sahi Kaite Bahu Vidhi Savashanta. Haryananta Harikatananta. Ananta Shesh. So last part, Shesh, whatever is remaining, Shesh, that is Ananta. This is Ananta Shesh. Haryananta Harikatananta. Hari is unlimited, and Harikata is unlimited. Therefore, Katayantas Chamang Nityam Tushyanti Charavanticha. Devotees love to hear about Krishna. Even the last, you can take the smallest katha, and that can become Ananta. The Shesh, the remaining part, is Ananta. So therefore, we must pass our days, but every day we try, That's why you're so lucky. 5 limbs of bhakti, most important. 5 limbs, Rupa Goswami says. Sadhu Sangha Nam Kirtan Bhagavat Shravan Mathurava Shraddhaya Shri Murtir Sevan. Sadhu Sanghas, devotee association. Bhagavat Shravan, hearing Bhagavat. Nam Kirtan, chanting Kirtan. Mathuravas, staying in Mathura Dham. Oh, Draupadi, Dhanavad. If you're not fortunate enough to stay in Mathura, you stay there by mind. Rupa Goswami says, Tristan Braje tad anuragi jananugami kalam nayar kilamiti upadesha saram upadeshar, the essence of all advice, try to stay in the Dham. But if you cannot do it by body, by mind. So what is the Dham? This is the Dham. You've made the Dham here. Queens, Swamini Ji, Vrindavaneshwari, Queens. Queens is Srimati Ji's Stan. And here's Haridham. Here's Haridwar. Haridwar and Haridham. Vrindavan. So this is Bhakti. Shraddhaya Srimurtir Sivan. With faith, serve the deity. With faith. Bhagavan, oh, I made this mala for you. Bhagavan, I made this bhog for you. Bhagavan, I made this for you. Then, bas, your life is successful. Very simple. Our Guruji, he was giving class. He said, oh, for you learn some tattva, learn siddhanta. He said, but if you're lucky, then like ladies, just cook sweetly for Krishna, anything nice, and give it to him, and bas, life is successful. Hard-hearted people like me, oh, siddhanta, tattva, learn this and that. This is like, okay, good, something. But jnane prayasam udabhasya namante eva jivanti sanmukaritam bhavadiya vartam stane stita shruti thanuvan manobi yiprayasa jita jita abhi. You can conquer Bhagavan Jeet. Ajit ko jeet kiya. That Bhagavan who no one can conquer, you have conquered by your love. Stane stita shruti kadam. But stay situated in bhakti. So this is our life. Therefore, we should take some time. Divas Rajani Abol Tabol. Kakana Bolite Govinda Bolite Naro. In our life, we have so much time. Tweet this, tweet that, type this, type that, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. But how do we, when we need to see Krishna's Facebook? So those who are devotees, you go Facebook, oh, Krishna, Krishna, one more thing, another, this darshan, that darshan, this live, that live, good. Good. Instagram, Krishna's gram. Not Instagram, Nandagram. Okay? So then our life can be sublime. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Hare Krishna. Arti.